still works there.
Yeah.
That is main source of income.
Is this too pink?
No, I love it. I love
Does
it.
it look okay?
Yeah, you look like a little princess.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
My name is Ava. I'm 23. I'm from France originally. I've been here for 10 years now, so I guess you could say I'm Americanized over time.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we look at the camera or you?
You can look at me. You can look at the camera.
I'm Erica. I'm from Tampa originally. And what was the other question?
How you guys met?
Oh.
One of our favorite stories.
We met actually at a sex store
Oh.
in Tampa called Cirilla's. Have you been there?
No.
Okay. It's like on Dale Mabry or
Yeah.
I don't know. But she was there because she was looking for
Shoes.
and like a dance outfit because she was applying to Penthouse, which is where obviously I work.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I've been working there for like a year or something already. And then like we saw each other. You asked me if I worked at Penthouse.
Yeah, I saw her. She was looking at outfits, and I saw she was wearing this big coat. She had her hair, all of that stuff, and I was like, she's definitely a dancer. So I came up to her and I said, "Do you work at Penthouse by any chance?" She's like, "Yeah." And then I asked her like what I should get, what type of shoes, type of outfit, and then she helped me out. And then when I paid, she headed out and she said, "Good luck on your audition."
Aww.
And then I think it was 2 weeks later.
No, it's 2 months.
2 months later, I had started working there, and I'm at Penthouse. You know, my shift just started, and I look at the bar, and I see this beautiful girl in the bar, and I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize her, and we gave each other a look, and then from there, I just gave you that look, and then we went to the bathroom.
Yeah, she gave me a look. Well, I gave her a look. She gave me a look, and then we ended up. Yeah, like she was going to the bathroom, and then I just like went to the bathroom, and followed her in, and then we went to a stall and started making out.
Yeah.
Really?
It
Yeah.
had a romantic come up.
Very
first.
romantic in the beginning.
Yeah.
Wow, I love
best
that.
friend over time.
Yeah.
3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Almost
Wow.
3 years ago, because wait, April, May. I think we met in May of 2020.
Yeah, because I started in March. I started in March. So.
Yeah, oh my god. March, April, May. We're so good. Yes, math. Yay.
Yay.
We did good, yeah.
Well, one, for me, I think she became a huge mentor because she had been working there for a year prior, right? And she helped me out really, like, simple as coming up to customers. We were doing it together. She's really good at the pole, so she taught me a lot of dance moves and stuff. We would spend day shifts working on the pole, trying new things, you know. And any questions I had, she would just happily answer them. So I think she was a big mentor for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I'm like, this bitch didn't help me. I don't know.
I mean, over time, you know, I think there's a lot of like, we went through a couple fallouts as well.
Yeah.
A lot of it was involved with just not us being like true, like lying or having issues with other substances and stuff. And then over time, I feel like we just learned how to be very truthful to each other. And
Yeah, communication.
she would come up to me for questions, or I would come up to her, and it was just, it was definitely a support system. That's what it became.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, supporting each other in different ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, without her, I wouldn't, I don't know where I'd be.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I definitely was not hanging out with the right people when I first started, so it was a big.
We've been through a lot of phases together.
100%.
Like there was like a crash out phase, and then like a healing phase, and then like this love phase.
Yeah, that's the best type of friendship.
We'll never each other's pussy. Like, it's like but it's so strong now. It's really good. Being a dancer, what does it mean to me? Of course, the first thing that comes to my mind is just like I just think of like a man being really mean to you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just so vile.
I think like definitely confidence was a huge thing. Same thing when I started. I was this like nobody little girl that didn't know anything, and then I always say changing saved my life and changed my life for the better, maybe. Because I have no idea where I would be without it now at this point. But I think it's like it definitely is all about true to yourself, staying true to yourself, not lying to yourself for the money, you know, making sure that you stay true to your
boundaries.
Yeah, your boundaries, stuff like that for sure. And then I think too, being able to say no, especially, is a huge thing in dancing. So it's definitely just confidence and staying true and being very strong mentally for that stuff.
Yeah.
You test it every shift.
Yeah, you
Every
do.
shift you
Every
get tested
hour,
on
every
something,
minute.
even if it's like so small. It's like you never thought that someone would do something that
or
fucking
say
stupid.
something.
I had to curse on here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah,
That's definitely what I would say. And I think also elegance is a huge
Elegance.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's some different types of dancers. You know, there's dancers that shake booty all the time, and there's dancers that do pole, like her and I, and then there's dancers that don't even do stage, but are all about being in the back.
Yeah.
Right? And I think elegance is a huge thing in that, because you have to make your people like you in that way, and if you don't, it does create that, barrier. So.
I was like, oh wait, I can get whatever I want. So
Right.
yeah,
You
so
have that baby stripper excitement.
Yeah.
I can get anything. I can do anything.
you're
Right.
like 10 feet tall. You're like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah, after being humbled so many times.
That's also a big one.
Yeah.
Being humble.
Honestly, though, you know what dancing really helped with me? Because I'm just like I used to be such an insecure person, and still I am in some ways. Like, that everybody has their own type, and that you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
And it's so nice because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, someone could come in or whatever and give you like so much money, or like, I would have never thought that type of person would have liked me. I never thought I would be liked.
Yeah.
But it happens. So like, it gives you so much like hope, I feel like, for so many situations that go even beyond dancing. You know what I mean?
Definitely tested also your responsibility, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, my first year, like I said, I went through some substances and stuff. So I think teaching me like, hey, your body is not gonna sustain like that long of an abuse, whether it's mental, whether it's physical. I used to, stay out until 8 a.m. and then go to sleep by fucking 10 a.m. and then wake up by 5 and
I was
the
the same.
Yeah, the vitamin D was not there, and my body started feeling. I would get the flu by just like overworking
God, I was
myself.
so sick.
All the
Sick
time.
in so long.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
100%. So I think that's also a big one, is like to really test you and really show like how much can your body handle, how much can your mental handle.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Don't want to consider it my job.
Yeah.
Yesterday we went, it hadn't been in like 3 weeks. So I don't say I work there anymore. I think it's more of like this side hustle when I need quick cash.
Yeah.
But yes, technically I still do.
Yeah.
Technically, but I maybe come once a month to keep my spot there, really, more than anything. I could care less if I get fired tomorrow.
Yeah, I still work there, but it's like it's not even a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm more like, because I like through dancing, I realized like I already knew I liked older men, but like I love older men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially when I know what they can provide for me. So it's like I'm more on like the sugar baby role thing, and that's kind of how I've really like, I can't lie, that's how I've like kind of sustained my survival.
Yeah.
For the past 4 years I've been dancing. So
Yeah.
but
If you still work there.
oh yeah, but I still work there. Yeah.
We're just like, okay, I don't really care anymore. It's like sugar baby, OnlyFans. I was camming too,
Yeah,
so
we did camp for a little
We came in the same room.
Yeah. We didn't love it much.
Yeah.
No, just because everything was like 5 cents, so it's like
It was cheap,
know,
and
but-
then I didn't like the fact that they could just sit and watch. That's why I really like
Yeah.
OnlyFans, because you have to, like, my subscription is paid, so you have to pay to get in the account, and that already shows that you have interest in spending money.
yeah.
Her liking older men, I'm the complete opposite. I dated an older man once, and I said never again. I don't like them. I can't see them as attractive to me and stuff. So I've never been good at the sugar baby job. I tried to be a sugar baby, and I would always get the really fat, ugly ones all the time.
I'm just thinking about the way how you get so disgusted.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Disgusted by
gosh.
these men. It's
Yeah.
so, like the men that like even like I see, and I don't care obviously. Because it's like whatever. But like
I can't.
She just
I can't do it. I can't do it. And I tried to do sugar baby, but I'm also like not. Like, she's really good at playing that princess, that pillow princess, the dependent girl.
I'm also
I
very
need it.
dependent, and she is very independent.
So
Yeah.
for me to ask someone money, I'm like, I don't fucking need you.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't care. So that's one
And
thing.
I'm like, I'm gonna die without you.
Can you guys actually tell me about a time you've been super disgusted by a man? It made you ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing?
Oh
kind
my
of like,
God. I get you. Okay.
I think of is the hotel.
Me at the hotel. Yeah.
Are you good with me speaking on that?
Absolutely.
So I had this one customer that was somewhat of a sugar daddy. He's the most disgusting looking human being. Okay, very fat, big nose, big ears, looks like shit, very disrespectful, very racist, all that stuff.
He was very racist. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and we went out with them. We were at the club, and then they asked to come back to their hotel and party and stuff, and they said they would pay us. So we were like, yeah, I mean, sure, we'll party, like whatever. And
party literally meant,
party.
let's just say that it meant just dancing on them. It wasn't
we
any,
never did that
you know
whole
what I mean? There was nothing weird going on, you know.
Never extras, but we did it. We came to the hotel, and it was just they didn't end up spending the money that they promised.
Right.
They were being disrespectful about it. It felt like we were just these I don't
blow-up
even know.
dolls.
Yeah, honestly, it kind of felt like
we weren't
were
being
just,
treated like one because that's like, you know, but like we were basically just like props, objects.
Yeah, they just
like
wanted to make themselves feel good, feel better, feel bigger, feel powerful, and it makes you feel like that's what you need to feel that. It's really sad.
Yeah.
And I think that's what disgusts me the most is like when we left, we counted how much money we had and maybe spent half of what he promised.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, damn, like I just wasted my time, my energy, my mental for something that is disgusting. And I hate the guy. I hated being around him. So that was a big disgust for me.
Yeah.
And then, of course, how many times guys have pulled out their dicks during dances. That's a big disgusting one, too. Yeah. What about you? The worst thing you can think of?
I literally, like there's so many horrible things. Same guy actually choked me out in the back during a freaking
dance
VIP room.
Yeah.
We were doing a 2-hour room. First hour was fine. Second hour, last 30 minutes, he takes my necklace to the back.
Oh my god.
Choking me, and I'm like dancing on him, whatever. So he has all of this, like, you know what I mean, like control. And
he's a big dude too.
He's huge, super fat, and he, you know, and he, I had a new tongue piercing, so I had like a list, yeah. So he was like, I'll stop if you say like yes daddy, and I was like yes daddy, yes, daddy. Yeah, so it was like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Honestly, that moment, because it was funny and so traumatizing, I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, right.
I didn't show up for like a month after that. I ended up working at fucking Odyssey. Yeah.
There's also the times where you see the girls make money and they, like, they're either not doing anything for it, you know, they just have a shot in their hand and you make a bag.
Right.
Or I can see what you're doing in the back. I know you're doing extras and you're making a bag, and that's disgusting to me, because it's like I'm working my ass off for 8 to 10 hours, and I'm making half of what you make because you decided to be a whore. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big disgust for me as well.
And it ruins it for everyone else, obviously.
Yeah. Like our
we're not doing that shit.
Our club is big on sections, and a lot of big booty girls, you know, who shake their ass. They're there to drink, and that's a big disgust. We had that point where we would sit in the sections and watch them, you know, dance and stuff, and we're just disgusted by seeing it. It's like it's that easy, but you have to live that life to do it. It's sad. What are you thinking of?
I was gonna say, see, I'm an alcoholic, but I'm 6 months sober now.
Yeah, congratulations.
And, thank you. And yeah, what I find really disgusting is just I guess, like, I hate to say it, kind of, but like the people that come in there are just like demons. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just like pile in and they're just there to drink. And you know what's really disgusting is guys just staring at girls, not tipping, or doing the thing where they put the dollar in their mouth and they're like
shit,
like trying to give it to you. Shit's so fucking
Last night I had a
weird.
guy fold a dollar on the stage. He goes, "Can you pick it up?"
Yeah.
I said, "No, it's $1."
Yeah, what the fuck do you want me to do with
not
that fucking
picking that
thing? What was the other day or yesterday? Last night, this guy was like dancing on our friend, whatever. She's dancing on the stage. He's doing that weird hip motion thing that he was doing. Yeah, that was disgusting.
The air.
And this guy, I'm sorry, but I'm being for real. Like, this guy was getting a massage across the fucking way last night.
Yeah.
And I literally was, because I was already nauseous from a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Did he like have his?
He was just gross.
Oh yeah.
And like, you think about like putting your fingers on your neck, because a massage girl, she has to put her fingers on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
I think
I'm
that's
sorry.
the thing. Yeah, it's just seeing that those. It's like Wall Street, you know, the money hungries clout chasing,
Mm-hmm.
fucking
They don't give a
disrespectful
fuck
men. They
about
don't
you.
care about anything but their
nothing.
money, their alcohol, and themselves. And that's
Exactly.
So
disgusting.
gross.
So
So
gross.
gross.
Yeah.
So I think it's
don't
that
like
those
that.
type of people
Mm-hmm.
that disgust me.
Yeah.
I want to say though, I have met some really good people in that place,
100%.
but I can
Same.
count on maybe
100.
2 hands.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I agree. I did so much research, but then at the same time, I felt like I didn't do
didn't.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's one thing, yeah. But it's also another disgusting is seeing how much shit goes down. That
Exactly.
Nobody knows.
Yeah,
There's this
it was
one club,
insane.
I think it was Scores, or maybe it was Diamond Dolls. And the manager comes up to me and he said, "By the way, if the bathroom guy asks you for feet pics, don't give it to him." It's like, why are you letting a guy work there?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. You're not protecting your workers. You're supposed to be there for us. How many times have we had asked people to get banned? They don't ban them. How many times have I've
don't
had a
ban
drink
them.
thrown at
Yeah.
me? The girl got kicked out, but then I'm sure she came back another time. You know what I mean? So that's
I got
the
kicked
one
out of a
thing.
bar, one of the bars, because some girl was mad at me because her boyfriend was talking to me
Yeah.
when she was in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's also
Like, I got
how much
berated.
goes down behind doors and like in the management and in the workers. Like our workers, they do coke in the back all the time and nobody says anything about it.
Yeah.
The manager knows, I'm sure of it, but
They probably like
all
do
do
it
it together.
together.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's how much shit goes down behind that. It's like, damn, like y'all are straight
That-
liars.
yes,
Liars.
liars. That and how they kind of, what do you call it? They kind of like group together and
it's like cliquey.
they
Or,
band together to make the girls who make the most money
Oh,
or
yeah.
know people. They like for instance, if you see a section and you see somebody like that is known or whatever, all
They're
those same
gonna-
girls are
yeah.
gonna have that section. They always go to
They're
that
gonna
section.
reach out. For example,
Don't
there,
even try,
there was
you know?
6ix9ine in the club, Takashi, and everybody was walking around, seeing like, is he gonna want? And one of our main floor guys went to texted the girl, the main girl with the biggest BBL out there, texted her, say, come in. She came in for 20 minutes, got that bag and left. So it's like at that point you're not giving a chance to everyone, but then you get mad at us for sitting on the floor and not working. And it's like, well, you don't give me a chance. You don't even ask, hey, do you want to talk to this customer? And when you do, it's this creep ass dude.
Exactly.
So that's what goes on
Always.
behind.
I know that. I'm sorry if I'm getting off topic.
No,
but
no, I love
house
it.
fees.
Oh yeah.
That is unfair. as
It's
fuck.
supposed to be illegal in Florida.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
they're
know
required
that.
to tip people out, but we've had the DJ, one of the DJs, come and they berate
Inside the
us.
break.
We've had one berate, inside of the locker room.
The locker room.
And he'll come in and he'll be like, "I'm leaving. You got any tip for us?" No. What the
not
fuck did you do
supposed
for
to do
me?
that.
Right.
Illegal to do
It's so
that.
fucking weird. Yeah. Also, why are you coming into the locker room?
Yeah, when we're half
changing?
naked. Not even knocking on the door, nothing.
Yeah, I hate that shit when they would just walk in like.
Yeah, it's just the disrespect that goes
Yeah.
in. It's like you can really see that they don't give a shit
They
about
just
us
don't
at
care.
all.
I was gonna ask you guys if you feel like the Tampa club scene keeps you guys safe or cares, but I mean.
I think it goes beyond to how close you get with the workers. If you get
100%.
friendly with the workers, if they like you, if you tip them enough, it's always about money. They're going to protect you more, give you more options and stuff like that. But if you're nobody to them and they're nobody to you, they're not gonna care. And for example, there's this one floor guy that's one of our popular floor guys, and he for the longest time I thought he hated my ex, and then I made a bag in a section one day, and then suddenly he becomes my friend. And now he's like, hey Vivi, which my dance name is Vivi, hey Vivi, I have a customer for you, hey this and that, hey this and that. And it's like, okay, so because I tipped you that $100, now you're gonna be nice to me, you're gonna protect me, you're gonna ask me if I'm okay, but without that,
Yeah.
you're not going to. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's
and I think
really
a lot of
sad.
Florida clubs are like that. I think it's a lot of clubs everywhere, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've heard about clubs in Miami being a lot worse than that.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure
they're
New
terrible.
York is even fucking worse. I'm sure Atlanta
Oh,
is,
Atlanta's
everybody
probably
knows
really
Atlanta
bad.
is a lot of
Yeah.
trap, a lot of scary shit. So that's the one thing that I don't think they protect you unless you're paying them or unless you're friendly to them.
Yeah, there has to be
Yeah.
an incentive for them. They're not gonna just out of their free will
Yeah.
protect you.
They don't care.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's crazy.
We were
Yeah.
doing that yesterday. We were
I-
sitting in a section watching everyone. We were like,
Yeah.
shit.
That's a whole other thing because I, you know, with the alcohol and everything, that's how I was an alcoholic before dancing. So going into it, I was like, oh, we can drink.
Yeah, no, literally for free.
Because I was scared when I got there. I was like, I don't know how to talk to these people. And then I realized we could drink, and I was like, cool. So I'm drinking champagne, whatever, and I'm like, I'm so good at this job, like, you know. And it's like, girl, no, like I'm literally just fucked up. Ever since I got sober, I hate to say it, but I'm so bad at my job, and I've said it so many times. I'm like, I am really, really bad at my job because, like, honestly, you have to be fucked up to be in that place.
100%.
There's so much going on, and, like the sensory overload, 100%, and like all that shit.
It's one thing you notice too, and you'll see it when you get in the back, and then there's that one girl that says, "I need a shot to get ready."
Oh my God.
Right.
You don't need that. You're not supposed to need that shot to get ready. But at the end of the day, you're so used to drinking. You're so used to that's how you work.
Right.
That you think that you need it. It shows that it's all fake. It's all a scam.
Yeah, it really is. Like it's just a big like unless I feel like you've seen someone close to you go through dancing before you and you know how it works and you play the game right. You're just gonna go through it and learn your lesson because, like, you know what I mean. Like I feel like there's always like the baby stripper into the
the OG.
And then you're the veteran, and then you're like, fuck this place, and then you're, you know, in a corporate job, and then it does happen, you go right back to the club 5 years later. So it's like, you know,
and we've seen
it's
it
kind of like a trap, honestly. It's a little bit of a trap unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it definitely has to keep your head straight, and also it's the people you hang out with. I mean,
It's so
like I said, I was
influence.
hanging out with the wrong people for a long time, and I was partying till 8 a.m., doing coke, drinking, all that stuff, and then seeing that they're still doing it, and I'm not. It's like that you think that's your life, you think that's good, but without that bump and without that shot, you're nobody. So it really teaches a lot. It teaches a huge lesson from that standpoint.
Not for
sure.
nothing. We've
been
did
there.
that.
We've been there for sure.
We've been in all of that.
Yeah.
And that was not good. We had our times. We had really good times.
And really bad times.
And really, really bad times. So
it's different for sure.
think about the time that Salvador, we actually went with that same guy. Sal or whatever.
Yeah, so.
And what was it? Sorry, I'm bringing this up.
No worries.
Because I called him Dumbo. Because of his ears. Because what happened?
We were on the way to the hotel. This was that night.
It was a different night.
Oh, then we were on the way somewhere. Oh yeah, because we kicked him out.
Yeah.
We were on the way somewhere, and first of all, he's like, I don't want to Uber. Can you drive us? You're a man.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's two of them. They're in the back of my car, and her and I are smoking a joint about this big.
Yeah.
And mind you, he owns like a cannabis place, blah, 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 blah. And then he asks if to hit our joint. There's maybe like this much left. So we're like, no.
Yeah.
And then he freaks out. He's like, what do you mean you don't want to let us hit the joint? You don't want to let us hit the joint? And then
sharing is caring.
Literally, we were so done with it that I pulled over to the side of the road. I was like, get the fuck out of my car. You're a piece of shit. You're asking me to hit my joint. You're fucking cannabis. I am driving you. You're not even paying me enough. Like, fuck off. And then
we were screaming at them,
she was barking outside the window.
Yeah, my head was out the window. I was like, you Dumbo ass! Like, we were so mad because it's like...
It's just disrespectful.
It is,
so glad that you dropped me. I didn't think she was going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think she was like, you want me to drop you off now? You want me to drop you off?
Yeah, I was like, I'll pull over right now. And then I did.
We didn't know where we were. But she dropped him off.
Right over the bridge. Right after the bridge. I dropped him off. Because I said I'm not going to drop him off on the bridge, but I'll do it right after.
Yeah.
So I just remembered that, and I was like, oh my God. Because I'm just thinking about his face.
Yeah.
Disgusting, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
They'll get humbled so many times, and then they just continue.
That's the thing.
You know?
It's like after that night, he absolutely came back and absolutely paid me at the club again.
Yeah,
it's like
he took me out after that night.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Oh, it was the same. It was that guy.
That guy, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And
wow.
it's like you're gonna get disrespected by young women and get dropped off at the car, but then you're still horny for them, and you come back like a week later.
He likes it. He loved how
They
mean
like that.
Ev was to
They
him.
like
He
that.
loved it.
Yeah, I am big.
He loved that shit.
to men. Huge world.
Oh, so another thing I learned in this job is everybody likes like everything. You know what I mean? Like, no, okay, that sounds weird. Like, you know, there's foot fetishes and then there's other shit. You know what I mean? Like,
And
there's
there's
a
people
lot.
for anything.
There's people for anything.
Anything and everything,
I've
yeah.
yet to have a guy come in and want me like stomp on his balls because that's like
have
apparently happened
done
to
that.
so many people.
I've
Literally done it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad.
I've only had like my weirdest moment. Probably this guy was like, he was super. I don't know. He just came in. He was like, "You're gonna let me like fuck you and your boyfriend?" And I was like, I mean, sure. I get, like obviously, like I'm like just going with it. Like he was paying me, so it was, and then that was like my first 3 months, and he was like, "Will you let me suck the heel of your like the actual?" Yeah. I was like, maybe it was the same guy because it was because he just had me like kind of like like deep throated.
Yep.
Yeah. And he paid me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I had a guy pay me to step on his face with my bare feet. Yeah, there's been many weird
I remember that
dudes.
picture.
Yeah, I took a picture of it.
Oh, it's so funny because I couldn't figure out what that. I didn't know what that picture was actually for like a good like 6 months. Like I saw it and I hearted it, or like I was like ha, because it was so fucked up. It was just her foot on something.
Right.
And then 6 months later or something, we're looking at it and I'm like, that was so funny. She's like, yeah, look at his head, and I was like, that's his head. Feet were slapped on his head. I was like, oh my god.
He loved it. Paid me
Was he
good.
bald?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Bald. Always bald.
Always.
That's actually find that really sad.
Yeah.
I find that really sad. She doesn't find it sad at all.
I find it laughable.
People, bald
I
dudes.
feel like male pattern baldness is so popular these
I
days.
found it laughable.
Like,
Go to Turkey and get a hair transplant. I don't know.
that
Yeah.
part, though.
I mean,
You could fix it.
yeah.
Sorry.
A hat. Get a hat.
It's like well, that's what they do in the club. They get a hat and then you go to the back. It's like you want to get a dance. And
you
they
Take it off.
Body still trying people with hair. Literally, like let the shit back on.
Like me and my friend, she lives in Michigan right now, or Missouri. She lives in Missouri. So, yeah, same fucking thing, both ends. Yeah, so she was also a dancer and we were dancing at the same time. So you guys like really remind me of me and her. Shout out Lex if she's watching this. But yeah, we always, obviously she lives in Missouri, so we'll send voice messages back and forth. We're talking about dancing and just like how it is now that we don't dance anymore and just like how it's changed us and everything.
Definitely
So
laughable when you're done. It's
literally,
like, it makes us laugh to be there. Like yesterday we were sitting in section and we were laughing, just watching.
Yeah.
Like why? Like they just don't even honestly deserve to see us like that.
Yeah.
And yes, that's the whole thing. You're a baby stripper, you get that confidence, and then you go through this whole thing like we just said, and at the end of the day, it's all a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that shit. Look at that shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh wait, go get it.
Gotcha.
At least my sandwich is still hot.
Okay, so what's something about stripping that you wish more people understood on a deeper level?
It's not all that. It's not the solution. It's not. It's a lie. What we've been talking about. It's a lie. There's so much drinking involved. There's so much lying involved. The girls are mean. People already know that, but they don't see the extent of it. And I think unless you're working it, you won't know the extent of it. You could be told stories and you're not going to understand. So I think for me, it's just understand that it's not all that. It's not a solution. It's not right at 18. You start working. I mean, I was 20 2 years later, but same thing. It's like it's doing it so young, doing it just for the money, thinking it's gonna be great, this beautiful thing that those movies lie too. So many movies lie.
100%.
One of my big movies, my dancing movies, because I feel like every dancer has that dancing movie that they love.
Yeah.
Mine was Hustlers.
Hustlers, yeah.
Big fucking lie. Huge lie. So I think that's a big one. Yeah, it's not what you think. It's not. It's a complete lie.
Yeah, I think it's definitely super like glamorized.
Glamorized, yeah, that's the word.
And I have a movie too. Which one is it?
Zola. Okay, I was gonna bring up Zola.
Oh,
right? Or no?
Actually, that's one of them. But the first one I was gonna say was Stripper.
Yeah.
And it's I think it was in like I want to say 1984, but I don't know. But it's like actually a documentary. And it's just like it's about like strippers in a competition for like in Vegas, and they're like looking for the best stripper, and they have like all these costumes, and like it was actually really performance based. It was really beautiful, and it's just so sad what it's become, you know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it too is how much the girls lie. They will tell you, "Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm making so much money. This and that." You're protecting your peace. You're drinking.
Yeah.
I get it. You don't want to admit what it is, but now you're putting in such a glamorized outlook on it to the girls that don't know anything. Like
to
for
young
example,
girls too.
The IG dancer resource.
Oh yeah.
I like it, but I hate it at the same time because a lot of girls lie on there. A lot of that shit is fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, basically what you said.
Yeah.
It's just not what it's cut out to be. It's just like it's literally like any. It's not like any other job, but it's. Sorry, I'm going brain dead because of the sun.
Yeah,
I
Zola.
forgot what I was going off of, but Zola is actually a movie that we watched
That's
together.
our movie,
That's our.
I watched that with Lex.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wish she was here right now.
It was
But
very like, she was very that girl, Zola, and then I was very that blonde girl. What was her name? What's her name again? I forget.
Be there by 2.
Be there by 2. Yeah.
Be ready by 2. Ready by 2.
Yeah,
and it was based in Tampa too.
Yeah,
so I love
that was
that.
so cool.
Yeah. And I think that
It was
movie,
based on a true story. Well,
yeah, that movie being very real, but at the same time, some club scenes being very fake at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But the story itself obviously was based off those tweets, so you can't lie about something that's just based on a real story. But I feel like if they had Zola work on the movie, it would have been even more accurate.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
Directly on the movie.
I have no idea.
Maybe she did.
But what do you call it? They definitely like overdo that stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
All the
It's like-
time. Yeah.
A lot of
I get it because it is a movie. Like, you know, that's the whole thing about life is like, you know, media just dramatize. Is that a word? Dramatize,
Yeah.
I guess, like things so that it seems more like, oh my god, but like it's a like shit like that. It's like,
not
whoa,
that,
like it's nothing. Like
it's the same with
normal shit.
OnlyFans, you know. A lot of people say how great it is, all that stuff, and it's like, okay, but you don't see the hard work that goes. I mean, yesterday,
Exactly.
2 days ago, I was filming for 10 hours content just for social media. People don't realize that.
Exactly.
So
it's not just going there looking cute, you
Yeah.
know.
I'll never
lot of
understand
it
unless
is a
they
lie.
actually like dance and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, especially like just everything. Like the girls that come in and they date the customers, and then like this one girl did like a
It's the
split
worst.
next to the stage while I was splitting, and she wasn't taking like making fun of me and shit. And it's like, bitch, put on the fucking heels.
Yeah,
And see how hard this shit is.
let's see how you feel when you put on the heels.
The girls that come in and they spend money on themselves and they're literally customers and they're literally
That was
not
yesterday.
even working. That was yesterday.
Happened yesterday.
She
Yeah.
goes, are there any dancers over there with the money thing? I was like, oh no, of course not.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And it's like, just go to the club then if you want that. Go work. See how you feel. Oh damn! It fell
Oh my
again.
god, no.
Oh my god, okay.
Is it on her head right now? Is it on her head right now?
They see me?
I hope so.
I really, maybe it's because I'm like a Libra or whatever, but it's like I have to even it out. But as negative as it is, really like that ass, it really is behind me now because I'm like there were a lot of like, you know, good things I think that come out of it,
100%.
especially like
Like I said,
sometimes
yeah.
the friendships that you do make, like
100%.
that you do make. Oh my god, I almost touched your knee. I'm so sorry. She has a thing about her knee. Don't touch it. Don't touch that shit. Yeah,
But
like
it's true. I mean, like I said, it changed my life, hopefully for the better. Would I be where I'm at today? No. If I didn't dance, absolutely not. But did I suffer and was ran through the dirt during it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So.
I'm surprised that we. Not for nothing, no hate, but we never got our boobs done or
Nope.
our butts done. We were thinking about doing
Me
that.
too. So,
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Yeah.
A lot of girls too. That's one thing. Yeah, with dancing is they get so influenced by it.
Oh my god,
It's like they think they need
a
it.
month and then come
then
in with a
suddenly,
BBL
yeah,
the
it's
next month.
It's like, did you really want that, or were you just influenced by the girl that's making money? Because at the end of the day, you could get that BBL, but if you don't got the personality for it, it's not going to help you.
That's
Right.
another thing I'd like to say. Actually, something that I learned is that it's never, not never, it's definitely about looks, but it's mainly, I think, about personality and how
Right.
you play the game you mentally.
You got
Because
trick people into liking you. You could be ugly as shit.
we've seen a lot,
Trick. You've seen
make a lot.
Yeah,
So
a lot
it's
of
like-
girls that were sus looking.
Yeah.
Still made a fucking bag in front of
Exactly.
me while I
Old-
have $20. And I'm
Yeah, older women too,
like, yeah,
you know.
what the hell, yeah.
Absolutely, because they know the game.
Exactly.
And that's a big thing. I think that, like, you know, a lot of baby strippers come in thinking, like, oh,
It's
like,
all
I just look
that.
pretty and make money and whatever. And, like, honestly, yeah, like, if you're young and dumb and whatever, like, you're gonna be, like, naive. But, like, at the end of the day, yeah, like, you're gonna get fucked over because you're gonna be doing what? Like, you know what I mean? Doing
Way too much
what?
for so little.
For so little, yeah. And it's like, if you're gonna do that, then charge him, like, $5,000.
That's
Yeah,
one thing too.
exactly.
It taught us our worth as well. Like there's
Yeah.
sometimes now I'll have a guy like try to offer me this much or whatever, and I'm like, that is not worth my time
Not
or my
even-
money.
you
It's
realize
not worth it. So
it's
you
not
realize
worth
you're
it.
worth a lot in a club as well. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that part.
Pros at this. You should be interviewed all the time.
We should though. Like, what if we had a camera like strapped to our chest and we're like walking together, like it's wrapped around us, like a Velcro, and then it's like that, like a vlog.
We should.
We have this whole thing of like our funeral and having like a what is it, a puppet string? Like,
Yeah.
we shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. So actually,
Is that a black crow?
no way.
Is that
No
a crow?
fucking way. Yeah, it is.
Shut up, dude.
I know. Like I don't know if they're just
I'm like,
here a lot
I
or.
do see them a lot, but
Yeah.
I never see them.
I see them a lot.
Is a raven and crow are different, right?
Yes, ravens
Oh,
are
yeah.
big. Crows are small and skinny. Ravens have big beaks too.
So since we're talking about that, have you guys worked any vanilla jobs since?
Oh, since we started?
Yeah.
I did. You haven't, right? You didn't get another job in the last 4 years.
The plastic one.
That?
Yeah.
You haven't worked any other job in the last 4 years, other than Sugar Baby, which isn't vanilla.
Trying to think.
I don't have it.
Wow. Yeah. I applied for a
Good for
few.
you.
Yeah, I
Nothing
did.
happened.
Lucky me, one of my friends in dancing. She's been dancing for 10 plus years now. Props to her. I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Madison. And she knew this doctor from when she was super young, and she works for him, and she put me onto this job. This was in the last 5 months, not even, maybe 3 months.
Yeah.
And I started working for him, and I was doing more corporate, like personal assistant type of job. So that was very vanilla. But at the end of the day, he was also a little bit of a sugar daddy on his own time.
Yeah.
So I still had that like feeling of being like, I'm not at the club. I love the dude. He's great. No hate to him. But, you know, sometimes like a little pat on the butt or something. And it's like, all right, I feel like I'm still back at the club.
Right.
So that's the most vanilla job I have had in the last 3 years. Yeah. But before that, I was a server.
Yeah. Yeah. I always see stuff like that here.
He was next to us at the park when we wanted that bench that stupid man took with his little dog.
What?
Remember that guy with the dog at the park?
Oh, yeah.
And we wanted the
bench.
My word,
swinging bench. Yeah, they're still around there.
So I actually asked that question because when I stopped dancing, it was really hard for me to transition out of that too, because obviously while I was dancing, all I could think about was dancing.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, that's
and
all
the
I wanted to
money,
do.
Too, you're so used to making like
Yeah.
$1,000, $2,000, $200, and then you're like,
It's
oh, I'm
$200
getting
every
paid
week.
30 a fucking an hour. What is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Less than that. So I can feel that.
Yeah, I think my perception of money was like super.
So changed.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
100%. Like $1,000, fuck you. Like what
Yeah,
are
that's
you?
nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. It literally is nothing.
literally though.
Yeah. So.
And it also teaches you how much, like, yeah, that it is nothing. Money is literally just a concept.
Yeah. So, as I was transitioning, it was super hard. I worked at so many fucking jobs, and so I would go for a week and just leave, you know.
How much the money doesn't come in.
Yeah, and it also like what was it? There was a time too where I didn't even want to be friends with girls that didn't dance because I felt like girls that did dance had such a different, or even sex workers in general, had such a different view on life.
100%.
This is very true,
Yeah.
and that's something that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Having, civilian friends, that's what you call them. So
Yeah.
friends that don't, do sex work, have never done sex
Yeah.
work. They just,
My other best
Different.
friend.
you distance because they don't understand.
My other best friend, she's in college.
Yeah.
Will never do any type of sex work. Shout out to Margot, but she's great. But there's one thing, yes, she'll never understand that. Like that's that one barrier that it creates, where it's like you don't know how it feels. You don't know what it's like. Like me starting my OnlyFans, I posted this skit where we were doing this quapple thing, where it's like a couple with 4 people, and it was just a skit. It was all a lie.
Yeah.
She texted me. She's like, "Are you doing a porno?" And I was like, "Girl, like no, it's a lie."
Yeah,
But they don't know that because they don't work in that.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Understand that it's just advertisement.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big difference.
So do you girls feel as if it would be difficult to transition to that like full time? Like.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't want that at all. I will never work full time 9 to 5 ever again.
Yeah.
I assure you, I'm never doing that to myself again. I've done that once.
That's one
That's
thing,
not worth
yeah.
your time. That's not worth. I would rather be doing anything else, literally.
Yeah.
Literally, especially after this job. I know I'm worth more.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
much
thing.
freedom too.
Yeah,
You
the
can come in
freedom
whenever.
working for someone else is a big one. Like getting told what to do.
100%.
Getting told you can't do this, you have to do that. You get paid this much, and you can't
Can't
get
be
a
on your
raise.
phone.
Can't be on your phone. Can't do this. Can't do that. It's like, oh, I fucking want that.
Exactly.
Breaks.
Oh yeah.
Break. What the
10
fuck is
minute
that?
break.
Yeah.
What is that?
I can't leave whenever I want. I can make my own hours. That's why. And working with that doctor, he was very like lenient. So it was easy if I needed a day off, I'd tell him. If I needed to go, I'd tell him. And when we talked about like money, he paid me enough, but at the end of the day, I was like, this isn't enough. That's why I ended up quitting recently, and I started my OnlyFans again because, I'm not working for $30 an hour. I'm sorry, I'm worth way more. These days, nothing pays enough. You have to, like,
It said
people like
something
us
about
need to have, like, 2 jobs to live.
Yeah, it said like not even having. You saw that, right? It said average American with even 2 jobs, you can't.
Yeah,
even
you
support,
can't even live.
You know,
Rent is insane. Even if you're in buttfuck nowhere, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So, I think it would be absolutely awful if tomorrow I had to work as a server again. I've thought about it when I was trying to quit dancing to go back to serving, and I was just like, I don't even, like, I love hospitality, I love restaurants, I always have loved that, and I think going back to it would probably be such a mental strain to stay on that schedule, having to stay on it, having to do something that you don't want to do. Like, OnlyFans, I've always wanted to be an influencer. So to me, 10 hours filming fucking reels, I love doing that shit. It's my favorite thing to do. So if I'm doing something that I love, it's fine. But if I'm doing a job that I have to do it because I'm being told to do it, gosh, no.
100%, yeah. And that's how I got into arts, because it doesn't pay me anything.
Yeah.
But I love doing it, you know? Yeah, I would love being there however fucking long a day, you know? So not only can sex work be degrading, other jobs too,
100%.
you know?
I was working at this high-end restaurant before I danced, and it was an industry thing in the back of that. Like the front, everything looks clean.
Yeah.
Like, it's very proper, very elegant, and then you go to the kitchen and you see how much it's like they are running you in the dirt.
Yeah.
One of my friend was working there. He lost his mother that day. Literally, mother died. Walks into work anyway. Tells the manager, hey, I can't work, my mother just died. Manager looks at him and goes, I don't give a fuck that your mother died, you're working.
Wow.
The fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It's
fuck?
crazy.
It's insane. My mother just died and you're telling me go to work? That's insane. That's insane work. So I definitely will, that's an extremely hard transition for sure. For sure.
100%.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. Take your time.
It's so good. I'm very hungry.
I would say, if you're thinking of dancing, nobody can prepare you. Do it. If you hate it, if it's mental straining, quit. Don't force yourself in there. Yes, there's going to be times where you do have to force yourself, but there's a big line to not cross, and if you're crossing that line to where you are strained, it is mentally hell for you, then that's not for you to quit. And it is absolutely glamorized, so don't believe everything you see
100%.
Sorry, there's a monarch butterfly. That's really pretty. I'm trying to think, because there's so much to say about this.
Yeah, there's so much to say.
It's a sham. It's a lie.
It is.
Don't do it unless you absolutely have to. I feel like it's a survival route.
Yeah.
This is for survival and literally nothing else.
Yeah.
It's a rock bottom turn.
That's also, a big thing. It's like, a lot of girls will do it because they think it's so fun and like, oh my gosh, I love party life and stuff. And it's like,
I'm gonna make so much money.
2 weeks straight, you're making $20 a night.
Right.
So it's
Or less.
the most inconsistent job of my life. Even OnlyFans is more consistent than that.
Yeah.
So that, like, it's so inconsistent. So inconsistent.
Yeah.
And you don't make money every, like you said, you don't make money every night. I've walked out of there with $0 and negative dollars.
Negative, that's about.
Another thing I want to say is, if you live in a state that doesn't make you tip and you have no fucking money in your purse and you're thinking of grabbing money from no, don't do that. They don't fucking deserve it. They didn't help you. Obviously, they didn't work hard enough to help you make money, so you don't have to pay them. And it's illegal. So, just saying. Always know your worth, respect your boundaries.
Know your worth, best boundaries, love yourself. Don't be scared to bitch a man out if he's telling you some shit you don't want to hear.
Always stay safe and trust nobody. That's actually the last thing I would say.
Big
Trust
one.
nobody.
Don't trust anyone.
Don't trust anybody. Not even your friends.
But we trust each other.
Except, yeah. Unless you're us.
Unless you're us and
Or
best
Lex.
friends or Lex, yeah. If you create that bond, you know, and then it's also 3 years into us, you know,
And we have a
trust each
we have
other
a soul
at the
tie
beginning.
though. We have a soul tie.
Yeah, it's
We
very
have a blood
different.
bond. We did a whole cut our finger thing. I don't know if
Witchy
it's on.
stuff. I love that the fact that you were able to let us really speak
Yeah,
on
thank
that.
you.
Thank you so much. It's
Thank you.
refreshing.
I really appreciate you guys
refreshing.
talking, and it's refreshing. Yeah, 100%. Just talking about it like this with other dancers is so nice, especially when I don't even tell people I used to dance anymore, because you tell people in the vanilla world, civilians, you know,
they
and
see you so different.
they see you so differently, so
100%.
differently. Like all the jobs think I fucking worked at this place, that place, that
Yeah.
place. That's why I would get jobs like that, because I was just
Right.
lying, you know. And it's really sad that I have to do that, but it's like to protect myself,
It's
you know.
crazy, yeah, how much there's two sides of it, and a lot of it is that negative outlook that people have on it, and you can tell them, yeah, I dance, and they're like, oh, so you're a whore.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No,
Yeah.
but you don't know that because you don't see it, you've never worked in it, so
The only thing they think of is what they think of.
misconception, yeah.
And a lot of people think that stripping equals prostitution for some
Yeah.
reason. Which,
I mean,
disclaimer,
for
I don't
some
think there's
people-
anything wrong with
for
prostitution.
some people, it is that.
But we have our different sides. That's why you don't suck dick in the back, because
Yeah.
you could be doing that for a lot more money
In a hotel
over
room.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think
So-
that was a big one. Is when you work at night, these men's be like, "Oh, I bet you make so much money here. Why aren't you giving it to me then?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna give it to me. You think the other one is going to? No. It's a huge misconception.
Right.
Huge one.
I fucking hate those.
But it has changed lives. So
Honestly, yeah.
it's not the worst thing, but it's a fat lie. Is what it is. But it's
Yeah.
not the worst thing.
You learn a lot of lessons.
100%.
And I think they're
100%.
really good lessons as long as you end up, alive and well.
Yeah. Don't lose yourself in that.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
lose yourself. Oh my god, yeah. That's a big one. Don't get lost in the sauce.
Yeah. Well,
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Continue.
I just
Continue.
want to say something that our best friend Rita always says. There's an expiration date for everything.
Oh yeah.
100%.
So, don't expect too much or anything. Just
Some
go with
people's
the
expiration
flow
date
and
comes sooner.
yeah, don't yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for talking to
you.
me. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you all for being so vulnerable.
Of course.
And yes.